What is going on, fellow traders and investors? My name is Jeff. In this video, we're going to talk about CannTrust stock. This is a company I've done quite a bit of research on. I really would not rank as one of the big players in the Canadian MJ space just yet, okay? I feel Canopy Growth, Aurora Cannabis, Tilray, and Kronos Group, they're kind of on a planet all by themselves. Then you have some of these smaller companies, and I think that's really where the attraction is. Buying shares of CannTrust would be similar to playing maybe Aurora Cannabis 5 years ago, okay? Now this stock in particular, guys, over the past 3 months, it's been brutalized, and we're gonna get into that. I'm also gonna give you a suggestion if you do want to invest in this company, what path I think you should possibly take. Unfortunately, all the money on this stock has been on the short side or by simply playing some put options. That's really where the payout has been on CannTrust. And the markets are nearing all-time highs. We've touched all-time highs in the past couple of weeks. And you know, like I try to encourage everybody, make sure your portfolios are well balanced. Make sure you're invested in lots of different sectors because your portfolio should be making all-time highs while the indexes are as well. We're gonna dig into CannTrust. We're gonna talk about why the stock is down so much, and like I said, at the end of the video I'm going to give you a suggestion if you do want to play some of these high speculation stocks. In my opinion, probably the best method to do so. That way you can spend a little money and sleep comfortably at night. So do me a favor, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video. I appreciate all the support, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. So let's go back 1 year to July of 2018. CannTrust is trading at $5.45, and it has a big run right in front of it, okay? As you can see here, by October 15th, it gave us almost a 100% return and was trading itself well over $11. That's why I always encourage you guys with these high risk and highly speculative stocks, do not be afraid to ring the register at any time. Even if you're a long-term investor, most of the time you can get back in cheaper than your original cost basis. Now, of course, the market did take a big dip from October till January, and that is where you're seeing this low at here in the 20th of December, trading itself back under $5 and making a really nice rebound going into April. Here on the 27th of March, CannTrust has itself trading back over $10 and has been all downhill since. And now the stock on the New York Stock Exchange, that's the American listing, is currently trading at $2.77. It is down 50% from a year ago, but down almost 75% from its yearly highs. So quite a disaster. The market cap is around $391 million. So I want to go back through and trace the steps. How exactly did we get here? How did we get this low? And what is it really going to take for CannTrust to get itself back? And that's simple, guys. They have to do it with earnings, and they have to do it with positive news, okay? First thing you have to do is win over the media, and they publish good articles and hand out good ratings, and then investors get on board, and then you have to show up with good earnings reports quarter after quarter. So there probably is a very long road ahead of us to get there. However, being that CannTrust is at a 5-year low, this might be a very unique opportunity to invest very fractionally. Like I said, I don't want any of you guys dumping lots and lots of money thinking you're going to double your money really quick. I would like for you to use a very small amount of money on some of these smaller market cap stocks in hopes of a recovery. Just keep in mind, it could get much cheaper. Its current 52-week low is $2.43. That came back here on the 12th of July. I've actually seen about a 10% bounce since that time. But unfortunately, all the sentiment is very negative, and I would not be surprised if CannTrust kept trading down from here. So how did all this happen? How did this go from a $10 stock down to a $2 stock? Let's get started. Their March 28th earnings report, of course, that's 4 months old now, or close to 4 months old. They had a big miss on EPS, and they missed revenue by $4.82 million. That's when you've seen that $10 pretty much get erased, and CannTrust started trading down. Then a month later, on April 22nd, they launched a stock offering. And guys, this was a public offering of an aggregate $200 million of common shares. Underwriters came in, they granted a 30-day option to purchase up to an additional 15% of common shares sold in the offering, and net proceeds, guys, those were being used for general purposes, including cultivation and facility expansion. This really watered down the shares. I'm going to go back to the chart real quick and show you the big drop-off that happened around April 22nd. As you can see right up here in the top left corner, that's April 22nd. CannTrust trading around $7.35. By the 24th, it was trading nearly at $7.20, and then this big drop off going into the first week of May, and it immediately traded down to $5.59. As you can see, just kept a steady downtrend for nearly 2 months. Okay, did not see a lot of push up or down. So nothing really positive to push it back up, nothing really negative to push it back down, just an overall negative sentiment. Now let's travel here to the 3rd of July. CannTrust trading at $5.08, and then again another big fall off. And like I said, that here on the 12th of July, that's where it hit its 52-week low and got itself down to $2.46, and has just seen a very marginal recovery since that time. So on the 8th of July, CannTrust was down 15% pre-market on negative regulatory audit. So this was in response to the recent audit of its Pelham, Ontario greenhouse facility by Health Canada showing non-compliance with certain regulations. So this is probably going to hurt some of the long-term investors, and it's going to hurt them, especially with their confidence going forward with this company, is that they were growing cannabis in 5 unlicensed rooms during the period of October 18 to March 2019, while its applications were under review. Company employees also provided inaccurate information to the regulators. And then from that point, guys, that's just showed you on the chart, that's when it went from 550 down to 240. It got cut in half, lost 50% in a couple of days. Health Canada placed a hold on 5,200 kilograms of dried cannabis that was harvested from the unlicensed rooms until it confirms that the weed is compliant with regulations. And in a move of good faith, CannTrust also voluntarily held 7,500 kilograms of pot harvested at its Vaughan facility that was produced in previously unlicensed rooms until it's verified as compliant. So this is a story, a developing story I think you definitely need to keep your eye on if you are a CannTrust shareholder. And the statement by the CEO, Peter Aceto, says, "Our team has focused on building a culture of transparency, trust, and excellence in every aspect of our business, including our interactions with the regulator. We have made changes to make this right with Health Canada. We made errors in judgment, but the lessons we have learned here will serve us well moving forward." Now, I don't think it really matters what is said or not said during these times. Investors simply lost confidence, and obviously institutional investors lost a lot of confidence, cutting the stock price nearly in half. That is why I think there is an opportunity to invest. You're probably not going to get a lot of opportunities where a stock is cut in half, but I'm going to take my chances there as opposed to if it's up close to all-time highs. There has been a deceleration in interest in the MJ sector, but like I said, guys, the day will come where these companies are operating a lot more efficient than they are now. This is a huge roadblock for a very small company. Like I said, CannTrust being a $391 million market cap company, where at one point it was well over $1 billion. So with all of this developing news, guys, what is it going to take for CannTrust to come back? What is it going to take for them to regain the confidence of investors? Well, the first thing, guys, it's going to take time, okay? This story is very fresh in everyone's mind, and they feel like CannTrust is a very high-risk investment now, because while the regulations were very tight, they actually broke some of these rules, as I said, from October to March of 2019. And of course, the CEO did come out and say they want a culture of transparency, and I'm not sure who made that call, who in the management chain made that call, but as you can see, they did get sniffed out, and all the cannabis that they grew during that period of time has been taken up. So, and it's also going to take time for CannTrust to regain their reputation back, okay? Well, right now, it looks like they are rule breakers, and nobody wants to take their hard-earned money and invest it into a company that is infamous for breaking regulation. It's very risky, and you might feel like, well, if they did it once, they might do it again. So I really look at the road to recovery for CannTrust is 3 things. Number 1, it's just going to simply take time. It's going to take a couple of months, possibly a year or 2, for this whole thing to cool off. Second thing they have to do is rebuild the trust in investors, okay? Now, I'm not quite sure all the steps are exactly the right steps it's going to take. They probably need to dig into public relations. How can they up their public reputation and kind of connect not just with the customer but the investor again? The third and the most important thing that they have to do from here going forward, guys, they're going to have to bring it on earnings. When they bring an earnings report, to the table, it is going to have to be outstanding. And I think that could really generate some quick price movement. And you could see this stock recover, at least itself back up to $5 with a couple of strong earnings reports, okay? Keep in mind, it's down over 75% from its 52-week highs. So this one is really a matter of time. It also might become a very attractive buy-in point for a bigger cannabis company, being it's at a $391 million market cap and basically on sale 50% from where it was listed at a year ago. It might become an attractive acquisition point for a much bigger company too. So the real key to CannTrust turning this around, like I said, is time, rebuilding the reputation, and bringing it strong on an earnings report. So if you live here in the United States and you have not built an M1 finance portfolio, I think CannTrust is a perfect candidate. And guys, I'll just explain this to you. I have several different portfolios in my M1 finance. I have one specifically for tech. You know, I have one for MJ. I have one for IPOs. I have a high dividend portfolio. I have a retirement IRA portfolio. And this idea actually popped into my head, is struggling companies that are under a lot of pressure and in a position to recover, that are over 50% down from where they would normally trade. So I'm talking about companies like Kraft Heinz and General Electric. NIO and Tesla are both stocks that are down massively from where they usually trade. And now I think CannTrust Holdings is a perfect candidate for that portfolio. These are recovery plays. These are good stocks that had a good reputation, that have been cut down in stock price over 50%. CannTrust makes the bell. And I feel like this is the kind of portfolio that you can trade in and out of positions as they recover. For example, when Tesla was trading down under $200 a share, I added Tesla in, and I started putting $10 to $20 a week in this portfolio. Now that position is already back up close to 30%. What I'm gonna do, guys, if you do not have an M1 finance portfolio, I will have it linked down in my comment section. Feel free to go down there. And if you sign up for an M1 finance account and you choose to use a cash portfolio, and then you fund your account up to $100, you will get $20 free, okay? Again, this portfolio is not going to be the one that I have the most traffic going in and out of. It's simply speculation on overly beat down companies that I think have a real shot at turning around, and I believe CannTrust is one of them. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for the video. Make sure to go down in the comment section and share your thoughts and opinions on CannTrust. I know most people are going to have negative things to say about it. Do you think they can turn around? Do you think they can get themselves back to the $5 price tag? Thank you as always for watching the video, and have a great day.